1 second. Okay. Brian, that was amazing. And I'm going to ask you to do it again. Not right now. I'm going to connect with you and we're going to have this same conversation and we're going to record it because what an amazing testimonial. Love everything you just said, as did everybody else, by the way. I mean, we don't have a full room here in the office in Coral Springs. We're at 3 or 4 agents, just like we have been for the last week, since more people are staying home to be safe. I get it. It's okay. And if you want to come hang out with me, please do. And everybody was cheering for you. I saw Shirley's face as you were talking. She had a smile from ear to ear. I'm watching. Oh, I'm going to get this right. Doggone it. Yagada? Did I get it right?
Congratulations.
Oh,
yes.
I am so excited for him. Oh my God.
Listen to everybody who is, the bleachers are full. And everybody in the bleachers they're doing the wave, dude. If you've ever been to a football game, they are just, it is. Yeah. You just scored a touchdown, man. Pick something up and spike it. No, don't do that. You'll break it. All right. With your permission, I'm going to make a little bit of a shift from our daily conversation. For the last several months, we've been focusing on the millionaire real estate agent. Now, we started several months ago on a journey to get through this entire book. And we got up to, I want to say, page 211. We're in the 4 models of the millionaire real estate models. And we stopped because we got into a conversation on Chef. Now, the reason we did that is because we saw the market make a big move in July. We went from more to less in 1 month to the tune of 1,000 fewer sales in July in Broward County. Now, wherever your market is, look and see how the market did in July versus June. My guess is if you're in South Florida, you're going to see the same thing we saw, which is the market shifted from more to less. And because of that, we got into a conversation on tactic 4 and shift. And tactic 4 is lead generation. I'm going to say it exactly right. Find the motivated. And the idea is when the market shifts, in order for you to continue to succeed at the same level you were succeeding at prior to the shift, you have to make a shift in your mindset and your actions. And the main thing you need to make a shift in your actions is in your lead generation. And the main thing that we learned was double down on the amount of time you're spending in lead generation, double down on your standards. Now, with everything that's going on in the world, with everything that's happening in real estate, with everything that's happening in your life and my life, I felt like we needed to have another conversation this week. So with your permission, I'm going to talk to you about a book that I've read more than 40 times. And I read this book. I've read this book every year since it was published in 2002. And anytime, so at least once a year, every year for the past 20 years. And anytime I find myself in a situation where going through hard times, this is one of the first books that I pull out and read. And it's a book that I'm reading now because of a lot of different reasons. One of the things we learn is we're all heading towards adversity, whether in adversity, heading towards adversity, or coming out of adversity. It's just part of being on this planet. And sometimes we're dealing with one thing that is bringing adversity to our lives, and sometimes it's coming from all different directions. And it just feels like the weight of the world is on your shoulders. And I know I'm not the only person who feels that way. I know that there's at least one other person on this call who does. And because of that, I want to get right to the first decision in the traveler's gift. The buck stops here. And all I'm going to do is I'm just going to read at the end of every chapter in this story. There's 7 principles that Andy Andrews shares. And as David Ponder is traveling through time and visiting with these 7 historic characters, he's learning valuable life lessons from each of them. And at the end of each journey or visit, he reads a message that he was given by that particular person. And in The Buck Stops Here, this is what he has to say. Now, all I'm going to do is just read this to you, and then I'm just going to stop and give you guys an opportunity to share. I'm really counting on you to come through and talk to me. So listen carefully, take notes, and then we're going to mastermind. From this moment forward, I will accept responsibility for my past. I understand that the beginning of wisdom is to accept the responsibility for my own problems, and that by accepting a responsibility for my past, I free myself to move into a bigger, brighter future of my own choosing. Just imagine you can choose your future. You know, Zig Ziglar referred to this as being a meaningful specific. And he also referred to those individuals who were not choosing their own future as wandering generalities. In other words, just wandering through life day by day. Life happens, hit me. What's next? Never again will I blame my parents, my spouse, my boss, or other employees for my present situation. Neither my education nor lack of one, my genetics, or the circumstantial ebb and flow of everyday life will affect my future in a negative way. If I allow myself to blame these uncontrollable forces for my lack of success, I will be forever caught in a web of the past. I will look forward. I will not let my history control my destiny. The buck stops here. I accept responsibility for my past. I am responsible for my success. I am where I am today, mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, and financially, because of decisions I have made. My decisions have always been governed by my thinking. Therefore, I am where I am today, mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, and financially because of how I think. Today, I will begin the process of changing where I am mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, and financially by changing the way I think. My thoughts will be constructive, never destructive. My mind will live in the solutions of the future. It will not dwell in the problems of the past. I will seek the association of those who are working and striving to bring about positive changes in the world. I will never seek comfort by associating with those who have decided to be comfortable. When faced with the opportunity to make a decision, I will make one. I understand that God did not put in me the ability to always make right decisions. He did, however, put in me the ability to make a decision and then to make it right. The rise and fall of my emotional tide will not deter me from my course. When I make a decision, I will stand behind it. My energy will go into making the decision. I will waste none on second thoughts. My life will not be an apology. It will be a statement. The buck stops here. I control my thoughts. I control my emotions. In the future, when I am tempted to ask the question, why me? I will immediately counter with the answer, why not me? Challenges are gifts, opportunities to learn. Problems are the common thread. Listen to this. This is so critically important. Problems are the common thread running through the lives of great men and women. In times of adversity, I will not have a problem to deal with. I will have a choice to make. My thoughts will be clear. I will make the right choice. Adversity is preparation for greatness. I will accept this preparation. Why me? Why not me? I will be prepared for something great. I accept responsibility for my past. I control my thoughts. I control my emotions. I am responsible for my success. The buck stops here. You would think as many times as I've read this that I would have that memorized, right? I mean, after all, I am kind of known for knowing my scripts and I don't have it memorized. Now, I listened to Andy Andrews talk one time and he shared that he challenged the audience, whether they were there in person or listening like you are, digitally. He challenged them to read these 7 decisions every day until they committed them to memory. I haven't done that yet. And all right, talk to me. Take yourself off mute and talk. If you're in the room, you don't have to do that. You can just talk.
Mindset is everything.
Mindset is everything.
I have something.
Yeah.
I've got to find it real quick.
Okay.
But it's regarding to one of the lines you said about your life should be a statement. I think it was something like that. So what I've written down was life should not be an apology. It should be a statement, an extraordinary demonstration of the possibilities within all of us. And then also, so that was from some book that I've read. And then another book, it says, all of the greatest leaders in the world that we've seen in our past, they've all been quick to come to make a decision, but very slow to changing their mind on that decision. If you're going to make a decision, you stand by that decision. And then if it truly does not work out, then you alter and kind of shift gears a little, not shift gears, but shift the movement of your decision.
Yeah, you can make adjustments. And absolutely you want to make adjustments, not necessarily change gears or change directions.
Can I piggyback on that a little bit?
Yep.
So not to change gears, but like a pilot does while he flies, all he has to do is just continuously check that he's making sure, because 1 degree the wrong way, in the long term, you're going to end up in a very, very different spot than you were intended to land.
Yeah.
So it's just trust the process, but continuously examine it, look what's going on. So
Agree. Good job.
Mind if I?
Yeah,
piggyback on
jump
that,
in.
actually? So, like you said, to constantly check and what the author is saying right here to when he's questioning, don't question why me, but why not me? I think a big problem, and even though I'm pretty young, I've learned to take it in a sort of way to accept the adversity, accept the problems, accept that no matter how perfect I might plan everything or how perfect I might think everything goes, it will never truly go as planned. But if you're more accepting that situations and adversity is going to occur, you're more prepared to face the adversity. Instead of questioning the adversity all the time, if you accept it and realize that there are going to be tricks and challenges in your path or in your journey, and you're going to be a lot more prepared to take it along and be ready to take it along.
Good job. Proud of you. All right. Somebody in Zoom, talk to me. I've heard a couple of you get ready to talk.
So
And you can raise your hand if you want, so I don't miss you. Yeah, Raina, talk to me.
Okay, for me, what you read is kind of like a resilient, when you are really, you use everything, that life gives to you, instead that, say, oh my God, why me? And use it to step up and do things better. That is for me, the message on that, reading.
Nice work, Raina. Thank you. Diane and then Kim.
Hey, John. It's almost like you were sitting in my living room last night with my husband and I, because you get to a point of no return with so much. And like, I don't know about anybody else on the Zoom or in there that needed to hear that, but I needed to hear it. And thank you.
Yeah.
Like it was just like, okay, reset button. Where is it?
Diane, I appreciate that. Thank you. I spent 2 hours this morning in shift preparing for this call, only to make a last minute change that we were going to Traveler's Gift. And I listened to my heart, and my heart said we needed to talk about this. So we did. Yagada, I'm just excited that I'm saying your name the right way now.
Oh, yeah, thank you, John. Hi. I do agree with Diane as well. A lot of us needed to hear this. And it reminds me of Dr. Kevin Alcott, because he mentioned things don't happen to you, they happen for you. Right. So, and I think a lot of us, it doesn't matter how strong we are, how intelligent we are, we have a back narrative always talking at us and bringing us down when we encounter problems. So this is really effective, I guess, to repeat this every day. The text you read.
Well, thank you for that. And I agree. And if 90% of success is mindset, then how you think matters.
Right.
And as a coach and as a leader, my job of a leader of an organization of more than 300 people is to be plugged in with where are the people in my organization when it comes to mindset, and pay attention. I'm a trainer and I'm a coach. I'm a real estate trainer and I'm a real estate coach, but I'm also a trainer and coach to you as people.
Yes, thank you.
And that's first, actually. Real estate comes second. Kim and then Vicky.
Good morning. So I was just going to say, I'm coming up on a year on the sales side of this business. And the thing that stood out to me the most is that mindset is the most important thing to work on every single day. And without the coaching I have with that, when you're getting started, it's just, I don't think I would be where I am in my business without all that support every day through this call and through others in my market center. And that message of looking for the lesson in the adversity, I've been through a lot in the past decade, and I've done a lot of personal development, and that is just ingrained in me. So when things start to go wrong for me now, I think, what can I learn from this? That's my first thought. And that's just that's from all of this kind of training that just, it changes your whole way of looking at things. And it's an amazing company to be a part of. It teaches you that every day. So thank you.
Kim, I'm proud of you. In my short life as a MAPS coach, Kim was one of my coaching clients, and I got to know Kim very well. So I know what she's talking about when she shares challenges, and I'm very proud of you, Kim.
Thank you.
I am. You're on a journey or the destination that is assured.
Yep.
Stay on that journey. Vicky, and then Shoshana.
Good morning, everyone. I absolutely agree 100% with what you said, Kim. It is so important to have that mindset. And the most important thing, I think, is we have to believe in ourselves. Because if we don't believe in ourselves, no one else is going to. And it's a confidence. If you show up in whatever way you do with other people, if you don't believe in yourself, people sense that, and you have to put that off. But first you have to work on you, believe in you, know that you have so many gifts to offer everyone. And remember that. Just remember that you are amazing. And the most important thing is who you surround yourself with, Because if you're surrounding yourself with people that are naysayers and negative and miserable or whatever, you need to just move yourself out of that situation because they are sucking the life out of you. And you need to understand, and a lot of people want to help people or whatever, just do the best you can, move over, spend time with people that are aspiring to be so incredibly better than themselves, and just put yourself around them because you will follow and you will succeed. So manifest.
Nice work, Vicky. I love it. Shoshana.
Hi, John. Long time no see.
I agree.
I definitely agree with you, Vicky. And I just want to let anyone know that, John, you have changed my life tremendously. I'm comparing my life from last year to this year, and the way that I grew mentally is just absolutely phenomenal. But it did take time, it did take investment, and that investment does pay off. Your 90% of success is how you think. And once you are able to put yourself in that vibrational wavelength, beautiful things start just unfolding, and it's just absolutely crazy. And I love the fact that you make that a focal point, is to, it starts with how you think about yourself. And I love you for that.
Thank you for that, Shoshana. Very nice of you. I appreciate that. Thank you. And this is an incredible tribe, right? And I want to share one more thing. Keisha, you're next. I want to share that how grateful I am for this tribe. And I'm grateful to be a part of this. And I'm spending time in thought, thinking about a very close friend of mine who's going through an incredibly difficult time. And this particular friend doesn't have this tribe. They don't have a group like this that they can plug into daily and be a part of, and have the support that all of you provide for one another, all of you give me. And it's one of the things that prompted this call this morning, because I thought, what if they did? What if they did have a group like this that they could be a part of, right? And I'm sure someone, because I know you guys, you're smart, someone's going to say, well, John, invite him to the call. I did. Keisha.
Okay, so what I wanted to point out was that, in the beginning part that you read, is that it pointed out spiritually, mentally, emotionally, and financially. And many times when we strive for work-life balance, there's always an imbalance. But if we don't ignore each of these, and so while we're talking of the larger concept of thinking positively and we're governed by our thinking, it's not just real estate, it's life.
Yeah. This is from Gary Keller's Quantum Leap. Thank you, Keisha. Powerful. I appreciate that. And this is from Gary Keller's Quantum Leap, so I'm not taking credit for it. Most people will say, I'm a human being experiencing a spiritual moment. And in reality, we're all spiritual beings first. And life is human moments, but we're spiritual beings. So work-life balance, focus on personal growth and spiritual growth first. Business will figure itself out. I promise you. You focus on becoming the best you can be, you will achieve the best you can be and massive business success. You focus on business success and you forget about personal success and spiritual growth, you'll get business success, but that's all you'll get. That should not be anybody's goal. Not mine anyways. All right, guys, I'm gonna end the call the same way I do every day because it's still time to get to work. That never changes. So it's time to get to work. What's work? Work is 20 conversations, not 19, not 18, not 17 conversations. Because if I have 17 conversations and I settle for that because it's close enough, I didn't have the 18th conversation, which could have been $1 million listing that I didn't get because I didn't have the conversation. You want to succeed, simply just double down on your standards, guys. Is the market shifting? Possibly. Are we looking at less in the future? Possible. Are there going to be fewer listings to get? Possible. Are there going to be fewer sales to get? Possible. Do you want to succeed in spite of any of that? Well, the answer is simple. Just double down on your standards. Everything else is settling. Don't settle. Make care calls, not sale calls. Always lead with gratitude. Thank you for taking my call. I appreciate you. Bring value to every single conversation. Focus on getting an appointment, getting a referral, adding somebody to your database, or building a relationship. Find somebody today that's thinking of selling their home, whether it's next week, 30 days from now, 6 months from now, or a year from now, doesn't matter, because a year from now, you're going to need listings. Look for opportunity, period, not opportunity right now. Meet with someone today that is thinking of selling their home, and then follow up forever, because you reject rejection, because no is not a word that lives in your vocabulary. No simply means not yet. Remember, people will never change their mind, but what they will do is make a new decision based on new information. And when you follow up forever, you're creating emotional proximity so that when they make a new decision, that new decision, Vicky, will be to hire you. Make it a great day, everybody.
Thanks, John.
You got it.
Thank you, John.
Always
Bye.
my pleasure. Always my pleasure. So I am
Thank
going
you,
to stop.
John.
You got it. I'm going to stop recording.